Well, good morning. It's Farm Girl Joe. It's Bible in the Barn, and we are in Deuteronomy chapter 6. And this is where Moses is instructing them, Hear, O Israel, the Lord thy God is one Lord. One Lord, and thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart. And then he talks about how, to write all these commandments on their heart and put them in their mind. When you walk, you tell your kids, and write them on the doorposts and in your house. And then I love this. I love this scripture. He said, "And when thy son ask thee in time to come, saying, What means these testimonies, and the statutes, and the judgments that the Lord our God hath commanded you, then shalt thou say unto thy son." And then it goes on to tell the story of how God delivered them and what God did for them as they wandered through the desert. And what it reminded me of was Joshua chapter 4, I believe, where when they crossed over Jordan to the promised land, and he said each tribe to pick up 12 stones and build a memorial. And then he said, and when your kids ask what those memorial is, you shall tell them. And that's kind of how we do our family. You know, at least my family, I can speak for myself. It's like, you know what? I know my lineage because my mom and dad said, hey, this has happened, or this has happened, or this is who that person is. And it kind of binds you. It binds on, like for us, I know my roots, you know, but also as a Christ follower, we do the same thing. And that is, you know, I look at it as this way. You know what? When my daughter needs to be encouraged because she's, Mom, I just don't think that, you know, God's going to heal, or, well, I prayed that he would heal, or I really, like, even my own life, a healing or a need or whatever that is, you know, I can go, no, I remember when, you know, I heard a story. That story was my sister was born with a reversed heart, and the doctors gave her 8 months to live. And guess what? No. God healed her. They laid hands on her, and her heart was changed. And when the doctor looked at her, they said, I don't know. I can't tell you why, but her heart is perfect. Oh, no. I know. Look. That's the testimony. That's building faith. And if you don't have that in your family, you know what? That's what the family of God is for. You connect with another brother and sister that said, oh, no. Come with me. Look at this testimony. You know, I remember when we prayed for a child, and God didn't forget Hannah, and he's not going to forget me. That is our testimonies. That's how we build what Moses and Joshua was talking about. We build each other's faith by things that's happened in our lives. Hey, till next time, Farm Girl Joe.